Yeah, but I was saying people used to always ask me about Kobe and was like, "Yeah, SB, what you think y'all should do with Kobe?" I'm like, honestly, Kobe is not weak. Kobe cold. It's just that he in the wrong situation with us. And he
Right.
go to a team that he can play his game, which now we see him play his game now. He'll go do this in any other team right now. And be a viable option.
He
But
definitely been solid.
definitely been shit more than solid, bro. He been the move right now. He been going crazy. But as the Bulls game is on right now, the score is 102-98. Wait, did he hit that jump shot? 102-98 Bucks way in the fourth quarter. See red PC. You're gonna see red whether you like it or not. Bahab B, what's going on, brother? How you feeling?
What up? What up? Let's go ahead and knock this thing out the park like we always do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Obviously the Bulls game is on right now. What's your thoughts on the game so far against this Milwaukee Bucks team? Well, we beat last time we played and looking like we making another push again to possibly do it again.
I mean, I like what I seen. I think the first half that the Bulls they did a really good job on Giannis. He only had 7 points to end the first half, and then in the second half, the Bulls held the Milwaukee Bucks to only 17 points in the third quarter. That tells me that they've been fighting hard on defense, and they sticking to the game plan on trying. You ain't stopping them, but you're trying to neutralize Giannis Antetokounmpo. Damian Lillard, he has not been himself all season long. He will eventually turn it on, but I'm happy that he ain't turn it on right now.
No, look, I'm 100% agreeing with you on that. I'm happy that they turn it on because my whole
Right.
point is I was getting messages like, "Yeah, we finna beat y'all, woo woo." It was like, "Oh yeah, we still up." I'm like, the whole point is we comparing a team that's supposed to be a championship contender team and a team that need to dismantle their team because we can't
On the
compete,
real.
and we competing with y'all. So I'm looking at it from both sides of the spectrum. From the Buck side of the spectrum, if the Bulls is competing with you every night, you're not a championship contender team. I'm
Oh,
sorry, you're not. You're not a
damn.
championship contender team. For the Bulls side, this showing you what we could actually be and better. We compete with a team who's supposed to be competing for a
Right.
championship. We could be better. And then to start putting more eyes on Zach is like Zach might be the problem. Zach might honestly might be the problem. From the point of we've been playing way better without. The defense has been better without him. Coby White actually have an opportunity to shine. The ball movement has been better without him. The offense in the whole has been better without him. The role players have been better without him. Now Zach will have to go look in the mirror at some point and understand, damn, it might be me. I
Yeah,
might be the problem.
I just think that when you look at it, I think that it is just evident that you can't have DeMar and Zach LaVine on the court at the same time. Because I
Mm-hmm.
believe that Zach LaVine in the DeMar DeRozan role can excel. I don't know if it's gonna be at the level of DeMar, but I think that Zach LaVine with his spot up 3-point shooting, with his ability to score offensively, it can be on the same level as DeMar DeRozan. I think that when
Yes.
what comes into question is can he use his IQ to play make in the same manner as DeMar DeRozan? And right now,
Mm.
that's still a bit questionable when it comes to Zach LaVine. But I think it's real evidence. You can't have both of these guys on the court at the same time if you want to run an offense that moves the ball.
100% agree. It's like a disaster when both of these two guys are on the court together. It is.
Right.
It's 100% a disaster. And now we're looking at Zach as he's going to be out with this injury. Nick the Quick, yeah, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. Yeah, you was talking crazy. I was talking about you. Talking crazy in the chat. Y'all
Yeah.
finna lose this game. Y'all finna lose this game. Y'all in the score
Let's
and they
get
gave
it.
him the and one because he flopped. But yeah. So for me, with Zach, now they came out with now he's gonna be out longer with this injury.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm looking, like you said, you gotta look in the mirror at yourself. And then Zach get that max, so he ain't gonna come off the bench, and it's gonna be hard to tell DeMar to come off the bench because I don't
Right.
think neither one of them guys will do it. But my question is this: if we take DeMar out, can this team still look the same with just Zach there?
I mean, they probably could, but again, I still think that it comes down to the IQ aspect of the player. And I
Yeah.
know that Zach LaVine doesn't have the best IQ because the Bulls they like to run a read and react offense where they try to get the actions to go towards the corners of the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the times when Zach LaVine is involved in that action, he doesn't know how to correctly read what the hell is going on. So it's a bit questionable for me. I believe the offensive talent is there and is present enough to where you can go ahead and say, hey, Zach LaVine's still going to be able to give us the 25 that we need him to give us.
Right.
But go ahead. The question is can he provide the assist? Because DeMar
Mm-hmm.
DeRozan, while he's been in this role, has been phenomenal when it comes to assisting the ball.
Correct.
So
In every game that he has been great with the assists, and he also been doing his job by getting the shots. Wow, another pass by DeMar, and with another assist, and Vooch knocks the three down. Speaking of that, right, he did it right on cue because now DeMar is understanding his role. And also, I want to ask you because we've been very crucial of Billy Donovan. How you been liking his coaching since this streak has been going on? Because I honestly, we got sometimes we if we're gonna crucify him, we gotta tip your hat to him when he actually doing good. I think he actually been doing a phenomenal job. So now that's making me starting to believe maybe players being a little more stubborn and not want to do what Billy is asking because they don't believe in him, or what? What you thinking?
I just think it's amongst the players. I don't like I always said, Billy Donovan is not a bad coach. He's a good coach. He's just not a great coach. And that's
Mm,
the great coaches is what separate their teams from the others. It's a lot of good coaches in the NBA. It's just not a lot of great coaches. And I
right.
think that's where it comes into effect at. And I think that the biggest thing is that when you have buy-in from players, you get
Mm,
better results. But I also think that the players that play on the floor, they don't all like playing with each other. If you look at the body language of Nikola Vucevic when he's in the lineup with Zach LaVine on certain
he
situations,
hate.
he can't stand it. Nikola
Mm,
Vucevic can't stand it because Zach
mm,
LaVine stalls the offense along with DeMar. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it comes down to. You can't have both of those two ball dominant guys in the lineup at the same time. It goes back to that. So
mm.
I also believe that they don't like playing with each other. When I say them, that's the big three.
No, and I agree. And did you just see Patrick Williams hit that midi looking like Kawhi Leonard, baby Kawhi, like what you want,
Yee,
right? You feel me? DeMar missed a bad midi.
yee. Let's
But
go.
also, wait, go right. I hit the wrong comments. But anyway, Zach LaVine might be done, and that's the first topic of hand. Is you the Chicago Bulls, and you've been on one, and obviously Zach want to trade. You want to trade Zach.
Right.
Should we shut Zach down until we trade
I've been saying that.
him?
I think that's all. I think that needs to happen. I mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just on the side of his. Hey, this guy already expressed his displeasure with the team. He doesn't want to be a part of this team. So why would you continue? Why
Trying to
would you
force it.
try to force the situation if it
Mm.
were what it is? Me personally, I already told some of my fans over on Shy Bulls podcast that
Shout
hey,
out Shot Bulls
don't
podcast.
expect don't expect some crazy trade to come out of this because me personally, I wouldn't try to disrupt what the young guys
Mm-hmm.
have going right now. You know, you just want to continue to see them grow so you can help your future become a lot brighter than
Yep.
what it is. Because right now, that's is kind of dark right now for the
Hon-
Bulls' future.
Honestly, I'll take a decent young player and like 2 or 3 picks, and I'll be cool with that at this point because I'll take a nice vet with an expiring contract, but the got to be heavy on the picks. I take one like you could get Pistons.
Yeah,
Give me two, 3 of y'all first unprotected. Give me Joe Harris. I'm gone at this point.
facts.
I just say, like you said, you don't want to mess the camaraderie of the team up by bringing these young guys, a whole bunch of new guys in. And if you gonna bring a whole bunch of new guys in, trade everybody then. Let
Right,
DeMar go, maybe Vooch too, but depending on if we get another big. If not, you can keep Vooch and rock out with Vooch.
right.
But Zach is done. Only thing I was worried about shutting Zach down was like the more and more he sit down, the more and more his value might drop. So I think that's why the Bulls trying to go with the injury route with it, where it's like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, he's just injured. Because the other problem that we come into play with Zach is his contract is hurting. It's harder to move him to. People don't understand. He just signed his
Yeah,
max contract. With this contract, you got to make the money match. NBA, like we always talk about all the time. This ain't the NFL where you can just take a contract in because you got the money. No, you
right.
have to match the salaries up, and I think that's another hard problem with trading Zach too, where the guys who they possibly would want to give up for Zach, the money don't match.
Yeah, I think that's what the biggest issue is, because like But first thing first, I like to say if people believe there's not a market, I believe that's BS.
That's
Simply
BS.
because I believe that everybody knew what they was getting out of James Harden once he left the
Mm-hmm.
Rockets. So I believe that was where his that's where his value was the highest. Then he went to Brooklyn and he wanted out of that situation. I
Mm-hmm.
believe the value was still there, probably not as high as he was coming out of the Rockets. Then he was with the Nets and wanted to get up out of there and go to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Value dropped a little bit
Drop.
more, but it was still there. Now he's
Mm-hmm.
with the Clippers. Value dropped again, but the value was still there. So I think that it's just gonna take some time when it comes down to the money of Zach LaVine because he has 3 years left on his contract,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the same time, you still look at different things.
Yep.
Bro, somebody will trade for him. Me
Somebody will trade
personally,
for him.
I say Detroit. What you got to lose? Get you
Yep.
another guy that can go along your point guard in Cade Cunningham, and then you do your best to hold on to Jalen. What's his name? Jalen Duran.
Jalen Durant. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jalen
he's a
Durant.
big guy. So
Mm-hmm.
keep him. And I'm pretty. Me personally, I don't think the Bulls are gonna require a lot to move Zach LaVine. That's just how I
No.
look at it.
I
I
don't
could
think we
be
need
wrong.
too much. I don't think we even need too much. You just got to get young guys who fit in and picks. The Pistons, like you said, I think the Pistons could be good. Wait, he said so. They probably get the Thompson twin and somehow Cooper Flag just to build around that. I'm cool with that. If we get the
I
Thompson
wouldn't be
twin out the
mad at that.
deal, I'm cool with that because that
I
man
wouldn't
is a
be mad
lot
at that.
down.
But me, SB, when it
Mm,
comes to Zach LaVine and a team that we haven't talked about yet, which is the Los Angeles Lakers, looking
mm.
at Zach LaVine, me personally, the Lakers will be absolutely stupid to trade for Zach LaVine.
I
Why
think so
would you
too.
trade for him? You already have two All-Stars, and your team is probably the most stacked in the Western Conference. Probably.
Yep.
You can
Yeah,
go ahead and debate back and forth, but what we do know is they got wing defenders out the backside, bro.
we gotta take.
Wing defenders out the backside, bro. Torian
Mhm,
Prince, Cam Reddish, uh, Vando. You got him. You
mhm,
got Austin Reeves who can come in and give you solid minutes. You still got Rui Hachimura who can come in and give you solid minutes. Why would
mhm.
you mess that up to just for one player? Have you not learned your lesson when you gave up a lot of, well, not a lot, but some players up for Russell Westbrook?
And then the Lakers, like you said, I'm glad you hit that on the head. The Lakers do look deep, and they need to keep their team deep because AD and Bron gonna get hurt at some point, or AD not if not Bron, AD for sure. It ain't if he is when will he get hurt. So you need that depth for the team, and it's like, is
Right.
it Zach LaVine worth gutting your roster if you're a championship competing team? No, the Lakers you have to give up too much to get them. So I say
Yeah.
no. And then Wu said the market, there is a market for Zach, probably not as good as it once was, but there's a market. Yeah,
Agree.
and
Agree.
it's because his bad play and him acting light skin, him acting like a light skin, crying for the ball, all that, man. He said they
That's
need
just what it is.
they need to build their identity as being a team. We can once we get rid of Zach, because Zach's supposed to be our identity, but
I think they trying to build one. I'm not
we
gonna lie. I
trying.
think they are trying to build one right now. To me personally, I still think that we don't know what that quite is yet.
Oh,
They're
shorty,
trying.
Kobe. Look, our identity, Coby White. Oh, did you just see that three he just banged, bro?
My boy been doing this thing.
Bro, this man, Coby White, believe in Kobe, the
For real.
Fro
I think
Mamba
he
back.
a good young player who's on his way
Mhm,
up, and you can only hope that he continues to get better. And that's what he's seen to do.
mhm,
His mentor is Chris Paul. Chris Paul
mhm.
be hard on him, and Kobe White be hard on himself. So
Yeah,
we'll see what's up.
we see what's up. Yeah, and then Wu said Pacers might be a dark horse if they're looking for a second option to put next to Halliburton. That'll be tough.
I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
good.
Because do you think they'll trade? We in a division with them. Do you think they'll trade with us?
I think they would because if you get a player like Zach LaVine, but me
Mhm,
personally, if I'm a better option for the
mhm,
Pacers, to
mhm.
me, you go do what you got to do to go get Pascal Siakam.
Pascal Siakam on them, that team would
I
be
think
nice.
that'll be a better fit because he's not a guy that requires the ball a lot.
Ball.
He's not gonna slow down the offense. He's gonna go within the flow of the offense, and he's still gonna come out and give you the other things: the defense,
Mm-hmm.
the playmaking. You know what I'm saying? The rebounds, things like that. So I
Yeah.
think that'll be the better option. But if they want to get in business for Zach LaVine, I don't think we're gonna require much. So let's
Yeah.
make it happen.
And then also, another reason why I don't think the Pacers going to try to trade for Zach is because Zach got a max contract. The Pacers is the lowest payroll team in the league. The Pacers ain't trying to pay nobody. Pacers don't want to pay nobody. They had a chance to get Anthony Davis and refuse to do it because they're a small market team.
Right.
So they're not going to do it at all. Yeah, what do you say? Yeah, but not gonna lie, Thompson is looking like a ATG defender. This dude defended 25 points per game like a young Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, no. If you could get him, you could go ahead and I say go ahead, go get him.
Right.
Nah, I'm good on Zion. I'm good on that one. Hey, hit up the player choice merch.com. So get you some of that merch over there. The link right there at the bottom or the QR code right there will get you some of that merch. But also back to the point with the Bulls and Coby White. Giannis at the free throw line. We down 4. Right here. My scoreboard is on my computer is so far behind. But now we looking for a market for Zach. Like you said, I think the big thing is you don't want to ruin the camaraderie of the team. Like guys like the Zion ruin the camaraderie of the team. You got to bring in young, hungry guys who want to win now. And or who wants to not win, compete. That's it. Compete, give them time to compete. And the Knicks, I know the Knicks feeling kind of salty because they've been holding on to Quentin Grimes for this long. Probably could have had Zach last year, didn't want to do it. Probably could have got Zach again this year. And Quentin Grimes ain't even looking the same. Sometimes I know you like these certain young guys, but if you're a team that's competing, you got to make a move. I know they sick right now.
Yeah.
And I know they sick right now.
Yeah, and that bro, I wouldn't mind going to look at what the Knicks got to offer. Me, I believe a change in the scenery does a lot for a player. Quentin Grimes, he was decent last year. He ain't doing so well this year. Change of scenery could look a lot better for him. Would the Knicks want to part way for Jericho Sims, that young athletic center?
Give me him. I need him. Because I think like with those type of teams that's so close to competing, I think you need to make the moves like the Knicks. I've been harping on the Knicks and the Knicks and the Kings need to be the people who need to go get Zach if you're gonna make a move for Zach. But obviously you don't want to give up so much. But this is a good positive thing that Zach is on the downside of the market. So you could probably get him for something not as much. Like as Zach was at his peak, you had to give him like the Keegan Murray out. Now you could probably go give him Harrison, Donovan Mitchell, Davion Mitchell, another guy off the bench. Now you can probably just give up quickly Grimes and Fournier, one of the guys with the big contract, a couple picks and get Zach down. I think for the best time, if you want to get Zach, get him now. That's to be your best mentality. Try to get him now. But I also want the Bulls to have this mindset. Have a roundabout of like what you truly want for Zach. Don't try to steer away from that. Because I'm cool. If we just get mainly a lot of picks and we keep the squad the same, I'm perfectly fine with that. Because I think this young team could actually start making some noise. And then now we'll be looking for our Paulo Banchero, that type of guy in the draft. And then we can make something happen from that. Because Coby White, I think this is the year Coby White is showing you too much promise. I'm ready to say, take the chains off, take the shackles off of him, let the wild throw man loose, and let Coby White hoop like he's supposed to be hooping.
Facts. And that's why I was on Coby White the whole entire time. Like I had some of people that I rock with pretty much say, man, I don't know. And I was like, man, the season just started. Allow the man to get some games under himself and allow him to go ahead and improve. And so far in his last 10 games, he's over 20 points per game. He's giving you about 4.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. I believe he does have to get that better. And I think the next big step for Coby White is to understand as the point guard when you have to attack, like absolutely have to attack. You going 2-3 possessions without a basket on the end because you're trying to get other guys involved. You as the point guard supposed to know, hey, I got the clip. I could shoot threes. I just set this franchise record for the Chicago Bulls with consecutive 3-pointers made. At least 3-pointers made. I can go get a bucket.
I could get a bucket.
So I think that's the next big step for Coby White. For real.
And Coby White showed consistent. I think Coby White, with his opportunity to be himself and score, he could give you right now 24 points a game easily, 22 to 24 points a game easily. And Nick, the quick one to know, and then you see Patrick Williams with the crazy tip dunk. Oh, they called a foul late. Okay, good foul call.
It's crazy.
what's Coby White's ceiling as a player?
Oh, that's a great question though. I ain't gonna
Mm,
lie. Me personally, I feel like his ceiling is maybe an all-star game. And I'm not
yeah,
saying multiple games either, to be
yeah,
honest with you. I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say that he's going to 5-time all-star. No. Maybe he can get one or two.
yeah. He could definitely
Maybe.
get one or two. I think what Coby White's ceiling is kind of what we seeing now, but like a little bit more of a better version. That could be his ceiling, and obviously his floor is what we already was seeing,
Right.
because I just think he just needs chance and opportunity of a team that fit his style of play. We were trying to make him play like Lonzo Ball, and he not Lonzo Ball. He Coby
Right.
White. He's a scoring guard. He want to shoot that three. He want to call it that pick and roll, pull that shot, pull that mid. He's a shot creator. He can pass when he needs to pass, but he looking to score for his guard. That's
Right.
it. We got to let him do his thing.
You
Uh,
absolutely have to. That's the
yeah,
only way you get the best out of your young guys if you give them opportunities.
because
Some players they'll overcome, and some players they'll fall to it. But that's what comes with the business.
yeah. And then also, I'm looking at it as like, we ain't competing for no championship. I'm keeping it a buck. So why we holding the young guys back? And I like Patrick Williams. He just had a tip dunk in the clutch. He even looking more aggressive. He looking like he
Right.
want to play more. Now I'm looking like, okay, we was harping on this kid, like, man, he might not be the truth. We might have missed out on him. No, he just ain't get the chance. Patrick Williams looking way better. Now I'm seeing him moving with more pace on offense. Defense, he always tried on offense, because like maybe on offense you just do like Zach, DeMar, Vooch. I ain't gonna get the ball at some point. I might just get this in the
Facts.
open corner three. Now you know, oh wait, I'm moving. I might actually get this ball. Shot fake, mid, boom, hit this midi. Oh, let me
Right.
go run to the rim. Now he running to the rim, boom, tip dunking. So it's a lot of things that come into play with what can make your young guys play, because they're young. They know I'm not seeing the ball. Ain't anybody played basketball before. You ain't seeing the ball. You might not want to compete as hard as you do
Real.
on the
You
other
already
side of the
know.
ball. Now it's like, oh, wait a minute. I can actually get a shot up. Oh, I usually shoot like 2 shots a game. I might get 10. Oh,
Right.
Billy, you might run a set for me a play. Oh, let me go ahead and get back on D. Let me lock in. So I'm all in. It's like we said the last episode. Time to bounce to the young core. It's time to move on. AK, you just need to set your foot forward and set the pace forward to that direction. We know our direction. We see our direction. Don't try to be on this mid team to compete. I'm good on that. I'm good. I want to be like the OKC Thunder and the Orlando Magic right now in the last couple of years, where we like
Right.
young and we got promise. Now we finna build up these draft picks. Like go trade. Only thing I want to see you trade for, if it ain't an expiring contract, I need to go find a steal of a young player like a SGA. Go find a steal where it's like, oh, he got potential to be something we don't 100% know.
Right.
Go get a steal. Go get the Jake Ivies. Go get the Thompson twin. Go get one of those guys. That's what I want to see. If it ain't none of that, I'm cool on it. I don't want you to go trade Zach LaVine and you go bring me back, a Harrison Barnes to keep around for the years, or go get a D'Lo. We don't need that. We don't. It's not gonna fit in the scale. You're gonna literally gonna just switch it back. You literally gonna switch one problem, bring another problem in.
Agreed.
So that's it. But
Yeah, I
also,
think that
go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think they just need to go ahead and make sure that they doing this thing correctly. Simply
Mm-hmm.
because if you cannot screw this up. You got a lot of young guys that surround on the team that's doing all right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the biggest thing is opportunities. Dalen Terry
Mm-hmm.
was ranked as one of the worst rookies last season who received
Mm-hmm.
minutes from their organization. He was
Yep.
ranked at the bottom. I believe he was the bottom.
He was the bomb.
Like it was crazy because
Mm-hmm.
he rarely ever seen time on the actual court. He spent a lot of
Mm-hmm.
time in the G League. Not mad at that when it comes to a developmental standpoint, but if you want to see young guys perform, you got to get them in NBA action
That's right.
because that physicality and everything that comes with it is
With it.
different.
Yeah,
So, you
agreed.
know what I'm saying? Like you got to go ahead and make sure that they doing this thing correctly. It's a lot of ways that you can go with this. There's a lot of things that you can do. But
Mm-hmm.
you can't continue to keep running the same course because SB, we already know, even if the Bulls stayed somehow, some way stayed with their quote unquote big three, we was a first round exit at best, bro.
Yeah. Only way we was getting the first round if we play like the Cavs or the Knicks.
Exactly. If you get somebody and you catch them slipping, you know what I'm
Slip,
saying?
and I still hit them beating us.
And you still is a bit questionable about it. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Some people was like, yeah, some people need to like on, on the podcast, I had a couple people come on there and say, uh, the developmental thing is a bit different when it comes to certain players. Most players supposed to pop instantaneously. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have those players that pop instantly, but then you got those players that take a little bit longer to
longer.
progress, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you're looking at the Chicago Bulls. Coby White took a little bit longer. And then even if
Mm-hmm.
people say, hey, this guy's not in anymore, did we not learn our lesson from letting go Larry marketing too soon?
Mm-hmm.
Too soon? We let him go
Agreed.
too soon. We let Wendell
Mm-hmm.
Carter go. Look, I'm not saying he's a game like a crazy game changer, but he's solid. He's a
Solid.
solid young piece that you can't be too mad about. And it's a bunch of other names that you could pull out through here.
Mm-hmm. And Dame just hit a crazy shot. And
Man,
my problem is too, because you hit it right on the head. My problem that do come is a double-edged sword with that, because people will hit us with that, like we do give up young talent early, and everybody that left and got better, Laurie, Bobby, Wendell, we was in a
exactly.
bad situation too. But with the coaches and Jim Boyle and all, they literally ran our young guys the wrong way and wasn't
Right.
using it right. But it's some truth in that statement, like you was hitting on the head, because we need to take the time to actually just sit and develop it and start using our guys the right way, because Coby White was trending towards that same route. And now we see, and I hope they understand and see that, as Dame missed a free throw, that if you actually use these guys the way they're supposed to be used, you can actually get some growth and development. You can't play Bobby. Bobby Porter showed that he's a good defensive big who can knock down an open shot. All we try to use him as a dirty work guy. You can't do nothing else. Larry Marketing was that versatile unicorn type of guy. He was injury prone a lot, but we never really gave him the opportunity to really do it. We were trying to force him to
Exactly.
play under the rim the whole time. That didn't
Right.
work out. Wendell Carter the same way with him.
And Boylan tried to make him a spot up 3-point shooter, like a
Yeah,
slam dunk.
come on. Like I'm like, bro, use the man. The man can literally go crazy, but you're not using him
Facts.
like that. And the game is coming down to the wire. And then also, one point I was bringing about, like, you actually get a chance, opportunity to shoot, and you're going to play hard on defense. Coby White, before the timeout and before Dame free throws, made a great defensive play on Dame, had to make them call a
Bro.
timeout, almost stole it. But that comes
Right.
to play with these guys. And we could use the question there without Coby White and those boys. But you got to understand that, like, if you playing with a team and you ain't really getting those shots like that, which I know everybody going to be like, you should just play hard to play hard. It's going to be hard when you watch somebody shoot you out the game every time, and then
Right.
he don't play defense. You're going to be like, what I'm playing defense for? The dude who shoot 30 shots a game ain't even trying, but he want me to come down and play defense. Or I ain't shoot the ball the whole game, but now in the fourth, because they clamping you up and you ball hog, and now you expect me to hit this shot. I'm cold. So
Facts. I
once
think the
again,
biggest
go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the biggest thing is just consistency from everybody. Like
Yeah.
Patrick Williams, he's not having a good night tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks. If he contributes a little bit more, the Bulls might be in a better position. Then Coby White. Like I said, I think the biggest thing with him is as the point guard, you need to know when you need to take a shot. Because sometimes I feel like he's deferring too much to DeMar DeRozan. It's for him
Mm-hmm.
to initiate and for him to get things going. But I do have to understand at the same time that Billy Donovan wants him to play off ball sometimes.
Yeah. And I,
But
and
you
I
got to
wouldn't
get
be
the
mad.
guys opportunities, man.
You got to give him opportunity. And then DeMar DeRozan hit the game time shot, and we go into overtime. You have to get these guys opportunities. Bobby, I think if we get rid of I think if we get rid of everybody, what DeMar DeRozan did right there, I think that's the only thing that we probably will miss consistently. We just gonna need a guy that can consistently knock down clutch shots when we need a bucket.
And I
But
think that's why they keeping him around. But go
I
ahead.
think so too. But that's what I'm saying. You lit to the right mouth. I said, but that's why I think they possibly keeping him around. And I think we should let him go, because it's like, do you want DeMar DeRozan to get an extension?
No, because I already know it's gonna come at a big price tag. Now, if he's
Yeah.
willing, if he's somebody that's want to take something for the low, and the way you take a discount, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm.
don't see him being that way. I believe this is gonna be one of his final contracts. So he's gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, garner the most money that he can. So
Yep.
that's what that is.
And then look at this. We are overtime again, Nick. I told you, your Bucks
It's
are
crazy.
frauds. I'm out on the Bucks. They're frauds. They're frauds. They're frauds. They're frauds. They're frauds. They can't play defense. And remember, everybody gave us the Caruso tonight. Caruso ain't even playing tonight. So we got two starters out. Two starters, Zach and Caruso. And we still went to overtime. Coby White and DeMar DeRozan both killing 30 points each. Vooch is playing a little better. Patrick Williams is doing a little solid job. And then Adrian Griffin. I don't know if the Bucks didn't have. They probably didn't have a timeout, but I don't like him as a coach right now. And I try to get Griffin passed because he part of the family here in Chicago. He was over here, but he ain't looking too good.
I think that comes with it though, man. First year head coach, you trying to go ahead and implement some new stuff. You guys that's on the team, they won a championship with the previous coach, and the way that he coached worked for them. But I told C-Dub this just earlier today. We don't know what the Bucks can accomplish if they buy in. Look at the example from the Boston Celtics when Ime Udoka came in and was the head coach. They were bad that first half of the season. Marcus Smart made some comments. Ime Udoka said and did what he had to do. And then there was buy-in, and they got him all the way to the finals. Didn't win it, but they got him to the finals. It's only 2 teams that go there. The other 28 at the crib at that particular moment. So you did something that was huge.
Yeah. And once you buy into your coaches, what your coach want to do, a lot of things work for the better. Sometimes, and I know, don't get me wrong, before anybody say like in the chat, like he's bad. Sometimes you got to give it a chance just to see if it works. And then that's how you truly know if a coach bad. Like when we was calling out Billy, for like the same fourth quarter play, the same go-to play. He running so much, every other team knew. His rotations was questionable. Not getting other guys involved when DeMar and Zach not going. Getting them to play defense when they not having a bad game. That's what the point we talking about. That was the problem with Billy. Now we seeing these guys buy in, they actually playing better. Billy's rotation has actually been a little bit better. The shot selection has been a lot better.
Focused. Guys
DeMar DeRozan has been passing the ball way more because we know you're going to take your middies and get your shots. But now he said he had to say something to DeMar because now DeMar looks for the pass also too. He don't just go, I'm going to instantly shoot. Him and Zach fighting over the ball like, yeah, let me shoot, you shoot, I shoot. No, it's not none of that no more. It looks way better. And that's the whole point that I like to see. And the Bulls are up by 1, and it's our first lead of the night after 20 and Craig free throws, bro.
It's crazy.
If we beat the Bucks again, they finna kill the Bucks.
Hold on, didn't they win in overtime last time?
Yes, we won overtime last time. Yep,
bro, it's crazy.
Hey, look, I'm gonna feel like Kanye. We win this game. You can't tell me nothing.
He gonna be like la.
Wait till we get them trays right. We gonna be cold,
bro.
For your crib with the tip in. Okay, out of bounds. It should be our ball. Okay, but no. Okay, next. He said, you hurt. It's over for you, bro. It's over for you, bro. The Bulls might beat the Bucks again. Put again under that. Because the whole point, I'm not even, Bobby, if we end up losing this game, I'm not even mad. Because this is the team competing for a championship. This is the team where all y'all troll our team, troll in the chat, how we get a show on PC, the team is trash, the mid-3, this and that. This is the team that's not supposed to be competing, don't even supposed to be in this conversation. But we competing with a team who everybody had as the favorites to win a championship. So who they tell you a lot more about? Come on, bro. Dame is in the slump.
You got to keep it a buck when you're talking about all this stuff.
I like that point. You keep it a buck. You got to keep it a buck. You got to keep it a buck. But before we get back to some Bulls conversation, I wanted to talk about this in-season tournament that had happened. Obviously, the Los Angeles Lakers have won the first ever in-season tournament championship. What was your reaction to watching the in-season tournament, the finals? What was your thoughts on it?
First thing first, I love the in-season tournament. Every game that I at least seen was very, very competitive, and that's what you want within the NBA season. You want guys to come out there and compete, and you want to go ahead and make sure that you're taking care of your customers that's consuming your product. Me personally, I say, what a better way to kick off the inaugural season, the
Mm-hmm.
in-season tournament, with having the face of the NBA winning the championship.
Yeah.
It would look, Tyrese Halliburton is a young up and coming guy, but he's not in the
Mm-hmm.
same room as a LeBron James or a Michael Jordan. So
No, he's not.
why would the NBA has to be extremely happy to have LeBron James win it
Mm-hmm.
and get the MVP?
Yeah. For me, you hit it right on the head because with LeBron James is arguably one of the greatest players of all time. Only if you got one, two, or three, wherever you got him, he's still
For
one of
sure.
the top players. Then also you got the Los Angeles Lakers, who is the greatest franchise in basketball history. No matter if you hate it or love it or not, they is. They resume by far precedes itself. And the
Mhm.
NBA is, like you said, is loving this because they trying to bring value to this trophy.
Right.
Obviously, in a long haul run, you're gonna need more time. But to start to build the foundation of this trophy off bat, the Lakers winning it is that will help it. LeBron winning it, that will
Agreed.
help it. Because now you got people
Agreed.
arguing. Obviously, you got the LeBron fan base arguing. They're gonna try to solidify because MJ don't got this, MJ don't got this. Then obviously you want Laker fans solidify, like, yeah, we the first ever to do this. We the first team to ever do this. It's history. That's part of history. Lakers always want to be a part of history. And now the Lakers go, if the Lakers said they're gonna put a banner up, I want to know how you feel about that too. But I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I think the Lakers putting the banner up is W validation for this NC tournament because the Lakers only put up championship banners. If the Pacers won it, they don't got no banners. But now, if you look up in the banner in the Lakers in the Staples Center, I know it's whatever the center now, it's all gonna be Staples Center to be.
Right.
But when you look up and see in-season tournament champions next to all those championship banners, they give it validation. But how you feel about the Lakers saying they're gonna put a banner up for it?
I'm all for it. You
Mm.
won. What you got to sit there and hide it for? You won.
Mm.
You went 7-0 in this
7-0, yep.
tournament. You went 7-0 in this tournament and you took care of business. I'm all for it. Like, bro, it's still a championship, no matter how people want to dice it up or not. It's a
Mm-hmm.
championship. It's not the NBA finals, let's be clear. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a championship to where other guys were competing for it at a high level. And I'll
Mm-hmm.
have no issue with it. They're gonna have a banner that's gonna sit up there. It's gonna have the first season that they won, and every time they win again, they're gonna just keep adding the year that they won
You
to it.
won.
So I like that. And lastly, it just shows you the type of franchise that the Lakers are. A
Mm-hmm.
team, a franchise that's about winning.
Winning.
Literally, most teams in the NBA still don't have a championship, and
Nope.
most teams in the NBA ain't won in decades.
No, you're right about that. Because
Just recently, the Lakers got one, and now they got
mhm,
another
yeah,
championship with the in-season tournament. Can't be
because
mad at it, bro.
when you look at the list of teams who got the validation of when that banner up there, you won't laugh at it. And you look at it and just be like, all right, this is a championship. Because if it ain't like the Lakers, obviously, you got the Celtics with good championship pedigree, you got the Warriors with championship pedigree. As much as we've been trashed for a while, that in-season tournament banner would look great next to the MJ banner because now it gives it that validation, the Heat too, because they got a couple of rings. Because you don't want to give it to a team like the Pacers, the Grizzlies, or you wouldn't want not give it to. You wouldn't want like the Pacers, the Grizzlies. Just name a few teams that ain't won, where that's the only thing hanging up in there. So now I don't really give it that feeling because now when you look at there and look at LA and see it in the Staples Centers, it gonna hit different. Like, oh yeah, first they might put first ever, in the first champion on that too. Knowing how the Lakers get out, that'll be ugly. That'll be
Bro,
cruising.
it
But
definitely will be.
But also, I want to talk about like what changes would you want from the tournament? For me, I would want more games for the in-season tournament. I would want a whole month of in-season tournament play, and then you go into if you want to keep your Christmas. I think Christmas Day would have been perfect for it. But if you want to keep your Christmas side games, that's cool. Have the playoffs, have the in-season playoffs starting the beginning of December, like we did last time. But I want the whole month of November to be all in-season tournament play, like it'll hit like March Madness or something. That'll be cold. I think that'll bring that fire and then bring that to it. Because now we know it's like it's in-season tournament month, November. Boom. Every game now it's an impactful game. Now you watching and you watching and look because it's like if you didn't really pay attention to being locked in with it, now you look like one game, the court there, it's an in-season tournament game. Now the next game is just like, oh, it's just a regular game. I would love to see the whole month of in-season tournament play.
That's how I was looking at it too. I think that the change is that I think that the games need to be consecutive games. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect them for, you know what I'm saying, trying to have the symbolism behind it. Like, hey, on Tuesdays and Fridays, they're gonna be the in-season tournament games. We're gonna change up the floor for the respective team that's supposed to be the home team. But at the same time, I'm with you. I believe that's a great point. Let's dedicate a certain time slot to the
in-season tournament.
You know what I'm saying, to the in-season tournament. And then why not have the championship game on either Christmas Eve or Christmas? Now you really can dominate, because I say if you had an in-season championship on Christmas Eve, or you know what I'm saying, you could set things up, you could set your lineup for what it's gonna look like on Christmas Day. But I do understand that might be a little difficult because you want to go ahead and have some type of hype for Christmas Day. But I still think that you still could potentially do that, because bro, you kind of knew who was in the running for those knockout rounds. You know what I'm saying? For those knockout games for like prior to the championship game. So you can go ahead and plan all that stuff out and then see what's good. But I last point real quick, I think my better option would have been let's have it right before All-Star weekend. You know what I'm saying? Have it line up, because you know the games start meaning a little bit more in January, February before the break. And then All-Star weekend, you got your celebrity game on Friday night, and then on you had that early, and then your championship game is that 7:00 Central or 8 Eastern slot, championship game, and then you go ahead and have your normal weekend.
I'm good, because I also like that idea, because too, it gives the champions kind of a little bit of time to celebrate it, because like the Lakers just won. I think they first game tomorrow. If it's not,
bro, so they right back into it.
They right back into it. They didn't really celebrate. They still off the champagne.
Right?
Can I get a week to celebrate? Do they get a week off or something? Let me get a week to celebrate it or something. Yeah. So
Agreed.
I think that would have been done. But you know, today this year was the first go run at it. They actually did a good job with it. So I'm happy and I'm satisfied with it, and I want to see it continue for years to come.
Right.
Or you, when it comes to the whole in-season tournament play, what player stood out to you and was like, yeah, this man went off in the tournament?
I got to give it to Tyrese Halliburton, bro. He's definitely, he was second on my list. The first one, I got to give it to the old man of the NBA, LeBron James. LeBron James, literally, like, I'm not finna get into the GOAT debate. I don't really care for it right now, at least in this discussion. But when you see a guy that's in year 21 giving maximum effort against the young Bucks to make sure that he supplants his name in the record books because he wants to show the world that he's a winner, you gotta give him love for that. And then I think the obvious number 2 is Tyrese Halliburton. He was lighting things up, bro. And the jump shot may not look pretty, but that mud is butter.
Water.
But then the two, you got some performances here and there for everybody else, but them the two for me, bro. The two guys that was in the championship.
Now, for me, I'm definitely going Tyrese Halliburton off bat. Even though, like, I hate to say to everybody who ain't been paying attention to the Pacers, what you see from Tyrese Halliburton, he been doing that all this year. It's just y'all didn't pay attention to the Pacers when they played. But I love the IQ from the kid. The kid was scoring. At the end of the day, I know everybody was like, oh, he didn't really look the same against the Lakers in the championship game. No, you just got to get a lot of people, especially Damo, you call him a terrorist. A lot of people don't want to give Darvin Ham credit, but he put a master class defensive game plan up to stop Tyrese Halliburton. Anthony Davis was in his duffel bag when it came to defensive. Bro, AD was
crazy.
Hey, I got to the point where I'm like, Lakers fans, y'all complaining about your team. The problem with y'all team is just y'all got to be healthy, because the Lakers is good enough to compete for a championship if they're healthy.
Max.
That they look like LeBron looked like a totally different player when he healthy. AD looked like a totally different player when he healthy. But we know the truth that they won't stay healthy, so we just got to deal with what it is that's come with the team. Now, also I do want to tip my hat to LeBron James, obviously, because like you said, I don't want to make this like a go debate thing. I don't want to really care for it because it's just at the end of the day, you go pick and choose. You want to go who you got as the go. Everything else is really just I'm just making up narratives just to prove my point. Uh, you can't deny the fact that this dude playing this good at this age. It's not normal, bro.
It's not.
It's not normal, bro.
He's the outlier for sure.
Bro. This man finna be 40. And he's still in the conversation of as a top 10 player in the league. In the conversation is crazy.
It is, ain't it?
No, it's ridiculous, dog. It is ridiculous. You got KG over there arguing crazy over LeBron, but
bro,
not top 5.
What?
That was funny.
Against his own guy.
And against his own boy. I'm gonna say the truth no matter when it comes to the ref calling foul every play. Like, bro, let them hoop and get this game over with. But LeBron not a top 5 player right now. If you say LeBron top 5 player, you just being a fan. You got to be a little bit realistic now. But top 10 player, I can't argue it. Hey, you can make a case.
I ain't gonna get. Yeah, I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't even get into it right now. But I definitely think at the minimum, you can't say that he's not a top 10 player right now in the league. Top 10, bro, and that's ridiculous because we seen players like Vince Carter when he was at the tail end of his career.
Top 100.
He was a journeyman.
He
was a journeyman towards the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? You seen other guys, Jamal Crawford, even Carmelo Anthony had to move around a little bit towards the end of his career, and none of those guys was putting up these kind of numbers or having an impact in this way. You got to show them love, man.
No, you 100% got to show love to them. But yeah, guys, let us know how y'all feel about the in-season tournament. I give it 100%. It's a W. First go around about, I give it a pull a Keith Lee, give it 8.5 out of 10. But I give it an 8.5. But it looking like we're going to close this game out. I don't think we going to lose out. DeMar with a pass. Patrick Williams throws it in as 127, 130. We play the foul game. It looked like we might be done on this one, but I like the effort that we played in this game. Right. It's showing a lot of whoa, they called foul. Oh my God. Nah, gang. Yeah. The refs gotta chill. They control this on both sides. I'm not gonna I'm gonna call a spade on both sides. But like you said, to all be to everything else, though, I like the effort of the game. What's your last closing statement on the game before we close out the show?
I was gonna say, the game is the game. The Bulls won 4 in a row, and then they went up against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks is not a bad team. I think they're still trying to find their way. They will find their way, and I still got them coming out the East. That's just me. Yeah. I understand there's gonna be some people that go for Boston, and I'm with that. I respect that. I just think that they have no answer for Giannis. I think in the Bucks. Let's keep it a buck. They have no answer for Tatum and Brown. But I think that one of them is going to be more dominant than the other two. And the other is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis is going to go off, but I got the Celtics getting up out of there.
I ain't mad at it. Like I said, I ain't mad at it. I believe in Giannis a little bit more.
Yeah, and I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I believe it ain't mad at it because Giannis is by far, if not still the best player in the league. If you want to put him behind Jokic, second best player in the league. No lower than that. So you still got to believe in it, though. Appreciate you guys watching the show. See Red PC, another great episode. He said, W Bobby, Midwest stand up. Yeah, we standing up, baby. Salute, Nick. Yeah, y'all got this done today, barely, but we'll talk about that later on another time.
I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it. Appreciate you guys. Till we on to the next one. Salute. We are out of here.
Peace.